Gotta stay active. Stay active. Stay active. It's the electrolytes.
Oh, he's so Pringles. Where your curly mustache at?
How's everybody doing? Good morning. So look, guys, I'm going to be updating my mix-ups and optimization. I'm gonna play some online games as well, naturally. I'm going to be making a mini mixtape in the training mode of combos and possibilities that you could do with Kev. Mainly setups, because, you know, I'm the type of guy. I like optimal setups, for those that has watched me in tournaments in the past. But yeah, man, a reminder that I am officially partnered with White Claw Zero Proof. And again, a friendly reminder, it is a non-alcoholic beverage, okay, guys? We got 3 hydrating electrolytes, 15 calories, and 4 fantastic flavors, okay? We'll be talking about the flavors a little more as we move forward, but I already cracked one of these bad boys. I'm gonna be very honest with you. You know, I'm low on the supply, so I'm going to be drinking straight out the shelf. You guys got no problem with that, right? If you guys have followed me for years and you've seen my style of play, I'm all about oppressing somebody, whether it be hard knockdowns, I leave layered projectiles on top of you, or I'm hitting you with unseeable 50-50 left rights. If you've seen what I have done in the past, then you know exactly what type of direction I'm heading at when it comes to mixing somebody up, all right? So I guess we could let's use Rock, for example. For an example, he got everything I need. First things first, I want to start my mix-ups with a base, right? The base could come in a lot of forms. It could be just a straight-up command throw, straight-up combo, right? In this case, straight-up command throw, straight-up combo, straight-up throw. I always find a base with any one of those, depending on the archetype of the character that I have. In this case, it's a command throw character. I mean, in some ways, he kind of is, but he kind of isn't. Because it's not like you really got to use his command throw as much, because he could just open you up with left, right, high, low. So, but he does have that option. Yes, he is a grappler at the end of the day. So my base obviously would be his starter, right? So this is the base combo that I go for, right? Pretty good, low on the rev side of things, and it keeps you away from overheat as much as possible, right? So that's the base, right? Now, obviously, you can add more to that, right? So obviously, this is the base, right? Okay. Or with the super, you can do this, right? Ultimately leading to the same thing. So the end of that base is the bazooka knee. I don't even know the name of the moves. Everything ultimately ends with the hell trap. I didn't even know that's what it was called, but it makes sense. The man is kneeing you straight in your chest. It does make sense, yes. So 2 bases. Again, I'm going to show it again. So this is my personal favorites. This one right here I'm going to show you because it keeps you low on the overheat. So for example, let's say you knock him down and you hit him again, and you're trying to hit him with a combo that's still devastating but leads into a mix-up safely, and you're not close to the overheat. Well, I mean, you're close, but at least you're not going over the hump where it puts you in overheat, right? So this is the base right here, right? That's the base, the safe one. Look, under 40. It keeps you at 40, right? Now, if I do this, it gives me 50. You see? See the difference in combos? Now, let's say if I did end it into the hell trap. It would have raised my overheat a lot more, right? It would have revved me up, right? Now, that is the base, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the layers that you can add to your base of your setup, all right? So before I continue, everybody has a universal overhead. This is the one, the funky kick. I don't even know what to call this, but that's a funky kick. He's always pointing down south. It looks kind of crazy, but yet elegant for a cop. It looks like he's trying to play hopscotch or he's jumping rope. But we accept him for what he is, a cop that does tremendous damage. So anyway, let's go with the base, right? First layer, right? Roll and overhead, right? Right there. So I'm gonna do it again. Right? That combos. Now we're gonna confirm it. We're gonna put him on the crouching side of things, so you understand that this is legit. Big special shout outs to everybody that been showing love here at the Warriors Den on the YouTube side of things. We are trying to reach that 100K sub goal. I'm trying to get that nice little plaque so I could put it on the wall so my mom and pop could be proud of your boy. So please share, like, and subscribe, and let the people know that the Warriors Den is always live here. And as always, love is free, hate is expensive. Y'all be safe and have a good one. All right, so crouching, right? Look. That's how you always see me do this setup, y'all. right? That's, you could super afterwards, obviously, but right, look, boom, boom, right? Overhead. That's to keep it simple. In case that you don't have no cash to spend or whatever, that's what you can get off of that, right? And now this is just the safe route because, again, it keeps you low and away from the overheat. So your rev is cooled down, it's slow, right? But you get some funky setups. Now, let's say if you do have bar to spend, you could do this. Right? Boom. Back to square one again, right? So that's the layer for that one. Now, for those that start getting acclimated to your overhead mix-up, they're like, okay, he's going to do this again. Every time I see the same base combo, he is going to do the overhead, right? Okay. This is what you hit him with. Look. You roll, and you hit him with this feint right here. Now, this you have to do this with, let me get my Fatal Fury notations going. You hit C with B, right? And he does that feint, all right? Now, if you time this right, you get you kill some frames where they stand up to your crouching light, and then you can finish it off accordingly to with a combo. So this is the one that you can do right here. Look. Right, roll, spin, right? So that's the low setup. And again, if you have bar to spare, oh shit. Right? Into this. Back into square one. Back into square one, right? Back to the level 1 layered mix-up. Now let's go on over to the heavier damage side of things, right? We're gonna do it with the level 1 starter in combo. So this is what I think it's called, the bingo. Yes, he says it in Japanese and English, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But yeah. All right, that's a double fireball with B. I'm getting used to this. Okay. So obviously if you start this guy, well, you could go about this in many ways. You could go from your lights, right? You could do this chain too, right? You could go about it with your bingo, right? So a cool thing about this character is his crouching short, you could hit confirm that into level 1. In this case, bingo. I think you could do level 1. Okay, you can. But yeah, so let's say like if you catch somebody walking back, trying to stay away from your string or rev away, right? Rev you away, you can do stuff like this. See? You confirm that. Literally, you can confirm it. So you see it hit, you can wait and then do bingo. So you can do
104.
And it combos accordingly, right? So that's cool. But in this case, it's all knee starters. This is your go-to on offense. That. I think that's +3. Let me confirm that. +3, yes. That's your go-to. They can't press no buttons there. They can only reversal. They could do rev blow, right? But they can't press a button. They cannot press a button. They're gonna get clipped, right? They can reversal, obviously. They could possibly rev guard a little bit and then backdash to alleviate the pressure. That's usually the key thing to body this offense against Kev. You rev guard and it pushes away. It's to the point where like you see how this links. If you rev guard properly, it's gonna push me back and it's gonna put me like right here where I can only get to stand fierce and I can't 2-in-1 it. I could do it with a level 1, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, but this is your go-to, right? Obviously for pressure. Obviously the hell trap, you can cancel it. You can feint by hitting guard, right? Rev guard. If you let it rock, he does the full animation, right? Look. But you can cancel it. And I believe that's -2, yes. This is plus, I think. +1? Yes. It is +1. Okay. Now, when you land that beautiful knee, that's when things get a little ugly. Like this, look. This is the other base that I'm talking about, by the way, with the level 1. Mello, I see you, my boy. So look, right? Now there's 2 ways you could go about it from this point on. You could do the knee. I wonder if it's called hell knee, but I'm not even gonna look. You could do the knee, the one that he like drops down with the EX into that punch, that overhead punch that he does. Or you can just go into hell trap. either or. There's mad ways that you could go about it. I'll show you right here. Right? I'll do the knee version first. Right? Look how much life you lost. Lost 50%. Right? Now that, of course, again, that's the base where if you want to keep your rev low, that's the route that you go. Right? But if you want to cash out, you want to really hit them with some hard-hitting mix-ups, here's the base that leads into the ender. Check this out. Right? Right now, notice, you see my rev is up 60%? That's the only dangerous part about doing these mix-ups specifically. That's why I tend to do this setup specifically when I know I'm about to kill. Right? And then I have enough rev to where I can land another hit and finish the job, right? But here we go, I'm gonna show it to you. Right? Right? We go overhead, I'm going overhead right here, look. See how it combos? Let's put them ducking, just so it can be a little more authentic, right? So look. Right? Overhead. Then it combos. Right? I'm gonna do it with the full combo. Right? Into this. 50-50 city. That's for game. Guess for game right there. But see how high your rev is? See how high it is? Now, let's say if I did end it with the overhead punch, it would have put me in the overheat state. That overhead is very safe, my friend. Very, very safe. We could test it. We can test it. But it's I think it's like -1. I think it's like -1, I believe. It's definitely not your turn. Okay, now mind you, that's for the universal overhead setups. This right here. Right? Now, I'm going to show you them standing. Right? And it's the same rules apply. It's with the feint. With C and B. This right here. Right? Same base of the combo, but we're going to do it with this time. Now watch this. This is for the low. So I showed you the overhead. This is the low. For the open toes. Oops. See how that combo? 3 hits right there, right? That's for the low. So you ultimately, in that setup, is you're hitting them with a meaty crouch B. And if you hit them meaty enough, it does allow you to link into the stand fierce. Because look, you normally can't do it as a regular combo, right? Look. Can't do it. Doesn't combo at all, right? But if you do it with that setup, you hit the low meaty enough where you can get a stand fierce. So look. Fuck, what is it recording? Stop. That's what I get for double tapping mad buttons. Right? Look, look. Shit. Now, mind you, this is a super. Meaty low. See? Yes. Yes. So that's the ender right there. Okay? Now, that is if you have meter. Now, if you don't have meter, you can get the same scenario, meterless. But again, you just got to really be mindful of your rev guard. Your rev gauge, because you get you close to the overheat if you OD too much. If you smell blood, you might actually kill yourself. That's what's kind of crazy about this game. But anyway, this is without the meter. Overhead. See how they got hit in combo? Now I'm going to do the low. Same thing. Very nice base, right? You guys like this mix-up? You like this guide? This is through the mind and eyes of IFCYipeS. Yes. You too can become double S. Where am I? I like that lasagna offense. I'm stealing that, Doma. Anyway. So now, remember, I was just showing you the universal overhead, spin into the meaty low, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm going to add in these overheads. It's like a stance cancel, so you can stance cancel, right? Or you can go for the overhead, stance overhead, or stance low, right? He has numerous setups with this, numerous. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to share, okay? So let me show you the concepts of this. So basically, I'm trying to hit you with a meaty overhead, right? At max, if you meaty it, it's mad active. If you meaty it at max, last active frame, I forgot the exact number in terms of frames, active frames, forgive me, but I know the exact number in terms of plus frames. It's at max +6 on block. So even if they block this, it's +6. And this is for this setup right here. Corner for this one, it's corner. Just to show you, so look. No, that's not the end of it. Right here, I'm gonna show you. Right here, look. Mad basic, right? Your backdash after the hell trap, and then go into the overhead. So I'm gonna just show it to you in sequence. Look how meaty this overhead is. Where it allows me to hit him with a stand fierce right afterwards. Pretty sick, huh? Pretty freaking sick, huh? Yeah. Pretty freaking sick. And mind you, that opens up a lot of opportunities. Now, mind you, all of these, he has highs and lows, right? But again, he has more layers to it. Let's say your opponent is that conditioned to block high or low. He guesses a good 7 out of 10 times correctly, whether it be a block or delay button or a DP, whatever the case may be. He guessed right. All of these is foolproof, so I don't even know why I'm saying delay buttons, but this is somebody that's trying to stagger, trying to open up. But you have access to a command throw. So even if they don't get opened up with this, you can add more layers. But I'm gonna add that in a bit. Let me show you the overhead setups, okay? With the stance changes. So again, let's put him crouching. All right. All right. Big damage. Right back to the same scenario. Look. Now it's a guess for game situation. Now to mix it up. Right? That's the high, right? Now you can do stance, cancel, wall. So you can do stuff like this. Catch my drift? Catch my drift? Now, obviously, you can really condition your opponent in the corner because let's say they know that it's incoming. Oh, my God, it's the high or the low. What's it going to be? They're just going to bust out with the DP? Just do this. Just do this. Just do this. Hold on. Right? Be like, backdash, right? Stance cancel, do nothing. Just to test it out, just to see something. To see if they budge, they jump, or they DP. You can react accordingly, for sure. But that's that. Yes. Now, that's the high and the lows, right? In terms of that setup in the corner. Now, there is more situations you can add here. And I'm pretty sure you see me do it many of times in my ranked adventures. It is the roll to the other side gimmick that I love to do. And mind you, there's a layer to it. But I always go for the cross-up. You know why? Because nobody blocks it. This is the one that I'm talking about right here. Everybody gets hit with that. Everybody. Right? And that I usually use it for like the next hit kill scenario, right? It's pure damage. If you get the cross up and they press the buttons and it's a counter hit, you get double knee if you could visually see it. But yeah, that's that, right? So you do. Here we go, here we go. Bang, bang, baby. Bang, bang. That's what you call a mix-up. Now, obviously, let's say they're accustomed to seeing that so much, right? Let's say they're accustomed to seeing that so much. You're like, okay, I got to switch it up. This is what you hit them with. Just stay on the same side, baby. Just stay on the same side, baby. Look, look, look. Look how simple this is. Look how simple this is. Right? That's it. Nice and simple. Now, usually when they see like a roll or whatever, chances are that they are probably going to hold up. Chances are they're going to hold up, right? I'm stumbling on words here. I need more White Claw Zero proof. I was about to say White Claw. That's how you know I'm thirsty. But yeah. Now, when they get accustomed to all of that, now you have to hit them with the command throw setup. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter which one you land, right? But if you land, I usually go for the heavy ones. I don't know. It just naturally feels right for me to hit the heavy command throw, right? Now, in the corner, you can make them go to the other side. Always. So, what you do is, after you command throw, you whiff rev guard. You just whiff it for a slight second, and then dash, and then rev roll to the other side, and it's a pure 50-50. Now, to stay in the same side, you just walk back a smidge and then do the roll, right? So look at this right here, right? So if you hit him with this, right? Shit. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Why is he backdashing? You can make that tighter. It's like a swift movement that you have to do it. Like you micro walk back and then roll and you stay in the same side. But to be honest, to keep it simple, because it does give me a little issues like trying to do it. To keep it simple, I just hit the rev guard, dash up, and then hit him with a button. Because it does give that illusion, him dashing up, that he's ready to roll. So if you do something like this, right? To condition him early on, boom, right? But then you can do this, right? That's it. Plain and simple. Right? So that's that base. Now that we're in the situation of command throws, right? You can always get something big off of your rev command throw. So you could do stuff like this, right? To set up the easy 50-50, the base that I showed you earlier, right? You can do command throw, hell trap, right? Go right back to the base that I showed you earlier in the earlier portion of this. So you can do a lot of funky stuff. Now, if you know you got to go for a kill, you got to get rid of their SPG, their rev blow entirely, you can do stuff like this. Shit. Right? Boom. That's it. Rev blow gone. They don't got it no more. And obviously, same rule applied no matter where they have their rev blow set up, their SPG. I don't even know the actual name for what you call them. Excel, mid cell, front cell. I don't even know. But that's the general idea of burning away his SPG immediately, right? Now, let's see. What other ones can I show you with the overhead? Okay, this one is a good one. And he's crouching too, so look at this. We can do this, right? That combo. Just to throw that out there. And that whiff jab and that setup is just to give that false illusion that you're going to like go low or something because you already whiffed the high. So it's a pretty cool one. And it's meaty, so they can't wake up pressing buttons. So if you do... And it saves a lot of rev meter as well. So you're low on the overheat side of things and everything. So... See? Very nice. So yeah, same rules apply when it goes to the low, right? I'm bugging with. False illusion. Now they're gonna be looking for the high low. Now you can sneak in command throws. You get what I'm saying? So. Right? Now let me show you a funky setup. Now usually I don't do this all the time because I'm so scared people are just gonna mash super and get like a cross-cut super, whatever. It has happened to me doing this setup, but usually when I try to go for this setup is when they don't have meter or when I'm fighting a character that don't really got reversals, right? So I'm gonna show you what you can get off of a regular command throw mid-screen. And I'm gonna give you a little trick to this too. So in this game, well, with Kev, if you do, so just to give you a, let me give you a layer first. One of his best starters in terms of a B&B to leading into B&Bs is his stand C into stand, stand B into stand C. Yeah, there you go. So stand B to stand C, right? That always links, right? You could chain that. If you hit him with a deep cross up, you could chain that with a stand jab, stand short, right? Look at this. You see how that works? But the fierce won't reach where I get that combo. The close fierce, the close C, I should say. But with a cross up, no matter how you set it up, you can always get that 3-hit confirm. So look, check this out. Shit. See how I combo? See how that combo? That's off of deep cross-ups, right? So you go. You can only get that string if you cross up. Flat out. That's the only way you can get it. But that's a good one as well. But yeah, it's just a whole, again, a base when it comes to offense. You see how that one base led to a big bubble of offensive options? That's what fighting games is all about. Is you paint a picture with the one setup, right? And then your imagination, the canvas is what sets up the mix-ups for you guys, right? Which is the base. And then obviously your Picasso when it comes to making up your mix-ups, all right? You're the brush, you're the paintbrush. Please paint on the canvas, if that makes sense. Guys, thank y'all so much. And again, man, we appreciate the partnership on this side on the Warriors then. Appreciate and shout outs to White Claw Zero Proof. For people that are not familiar, it is a non-alcoholic beverage. If you want a little bit of that seltzer kind of feel when you're drinking and it's non-alcoholic and you want to just chill in the social gatherings and you don't want to hit the hard stuff, please go on ahead and get yourself a White Claw Zero Proof non-alcoholic beverage, okay? White Claw in the chat, and it will give you more information on how you can acquire these refreshing beverages. It comes in 4 flavors, of course: black cherry, mango passion fruit, peach orange blossom, and yuzu lime. All of them fit all types of categories when it comes to tournaments or social gatherings, barbecues. It'll fit any agenda. So big shout outs. And again, we will be at Evo at Evo this year in Las Vegas at the White Claw Zero Proof booth. Me and Justin Wong is going to be there, and we're just going to be probably just shooting the crap and just talking smack through all the tournaments that's going on. While we're doing these activations. It's 20 plus mystery tournaments, okay? And this is including OG retro games, tabletop, and board games as well. So that's pretty interesting. Hopefully it's a Monopoly Grand Finals and nobody's going home. But that'd be dope. $9,000 prize pool across all of those tournaments as well. And you get a high five from me and Justin Wong and a free White Claw Zero Proof on the house. So yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on my way to Blink Respawn. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch y'all in the next stream. Peace and love.